And now for the Rudebuoyz rant.
Rudebuoyz, we pon the scene and ting. This is a dirty immigrant.
This is Scotland.
Yes, you know what I mean? And welcome to the Rude Boy Rants one more time, you know what I mean? Today we're just going to talk about the little things that have annoyed us.
Every once in a while, every once in a while, story time can be kind of
it's
fun.
just like a little story time, things that's happened to us the past week, and me being an immigrant, and in this climate, yes, some people, you know what I mean? And let me put it this way. I live in West Virginia. West Virginia.
Well, we both, unfortunately, live in West Virginia.
Yeah. Don't say that, man. We want them to subscribe. They have to hear the truth. You know what I mean?
Well, I got some truth later as far as, but not. I'm sorry if you guys keep hearing that. The microphone's got springs on it, but no, I've got another story from when we were out in San Diego that kind of goes with.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
You know what I mean? And what it is I have all kinds of people on my personal Facebook page, you know. And I have Trump supporters, I have far liberals, I have so-called middle of the road people. They're kind of there, but they're more liberal than middle of the road. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
But I have to read some of the most asinine comments, and unfortunately, most of them come from the conservative side of it. And it's not. Sometimes it's not even the people that I know that are saying it, but the people that I know aren't correcting them, knowing, because if somebody says that, it used to be. If somebody says something about West Virginia, even though I'm not West Virginian, I was like, whoa, dude, back up. I don't see this out here.
Yeah.
You know, what are you talking about? I don't live in around a bunch of rednecks and stuff. I see a lot of college kids, and I see a lot of business people where I am, you know what I mean? I don't live in the boonies or nothing like that. So I don't see any, what you're talking about. I don't see any, quote-unquote, wrong-term vibe, you know what I mean? So I used to, defend them and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that I don't get much defense if they believe in a specific ideology.
Yes.
Because they want to fit in an ideology, which is the problem with society today. Everybody's got to believe in one side or the other.
Just along with that, do you ever get the feeling that people either like or believe something because they feel like they have to?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even just with trendy things.
Yeah.
Somebody will like this type of music or like this type of game or watch this show or whatever it is because, well, everybody else is.
Yeah.
And so you end up learning to like it.
Yeah.
Because, okay, just even people in, we'll get back to yours in a second, I'm sorry, but just people like, say, in my age group, I know that whenever a lot of times you talk about something that may have been popular way back when we were kids, now a lot of them will just rip on, like, man, I can't believe we like that stuff, you know. And I also know some people who, as far as definitely with music, whatever was popular at the time, they listen to and that's what they love.
Yeah.
And they still try to keep along with that, whatever's popular now, that's what they're going to listen to. And they'll look back at music that they listened to when they were 12 and go, God, that stuff was awful.
Yeah.
And it's like,
except for 80s music.
Well, but even some of that, well, for people in my age group, they weren't 12 in the 80s. So, but some of the stuff I listened to when I was 12, I still like.
Yeah.
But so that's where you go, you only like what's popular.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Once it's not popular anymore, you're done with it. I don't understand that. People, it's like, whatever's popular, I have to go with now. Like, I don't want to be left behind. So no matter how stupid it might be or no matter how bad it is, I don't want to be left behind.
You know what I mean?
So I got to do the trendy stuff, and obviously now with...
They're drinking lean and leaning all over the place.
And obviously all the social media stuff, whatever the new trendy thing is, the new meme or the new GIF or the new whatever you want to call it. Oh, I better make sure I do that, even though that looks dumb. I don't want to be left behind.
And even politically speaking, it's kind of like what we were to go, going back to that situation there. People just believe what is trending, But the only difference is there's a sort of a anger and hate that comes along with that.
I feel like I've known some people who never had a problem with immigrants until people lately really started blowing up about.
Oh
all
yeah,
of this.
because
Yeah.
me being an immigrant, I could tell, people never had a problem with me before.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they have a problem with me now,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of them think, well, he's American now, even though I
Yeah.
still have this accent. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
exactly.
And I still wear
Yeah.
colors. The colors.
I don't know
and
where
things
in
like
this
that.
country you'll get an accent like that, but
Well, out here in Wayne County in the sticks.
That's definitely not going to happen.
I've had some
no.
people ask me from out there. before.
Are you
Are you
serious?
from Wayne County? No, dude. Listen to the accent and thing. But people come up to me.
I keep
"Did
telling
used
you,
to play-
expect too much out of Americans.
Did you used to play basketball in Beckley, West Virginia? I've never even been to Beckley. What are you talking about? Well, you look like somebody, but do I sound like him? Let me get back to you on that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, and like we said, this whole thing is going to be about the little things that irritated us, but we're going to put a funny spin on it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the thing like we usually do, Rudebuoyz style. You know what I mean? But I'm going to start off with this one. Okay. On my Facebook page, like I said, I have all these different people on there. And I was going through my Facebook feed the other day, and these people, it was a couple of conservatives. One is not on my page, the other one is. And they were going off about how the Talib woman or whatever her name is, that the Somalian congresswoman.
Oh,
she's
no,
actually
I don't
Somali
know.
descent and thing.
The only Talib name I know is Aqib Talib. He plays for the Rams.
Yeah, I think her
Sorry.
first name is that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I know she's
Yeah.
of Somali. Because, I pay attention, but I don't really pay attention anymore because of so much anger.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
anyway, they was talking about this and that, and then they started to talk about the Somali population in this state and the Somali population blasting in Michigan, and how the place looked like crap, and they're using the S word and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
yeah.
then blah 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 blah. And then the guy she was commenting with said, yeah, it was like a third. We turned into a third world hellhole.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And of course, and then they use the S hole like the
Yeah,
president did.
yeah.
You know what I mean? A third world L hole, H hole, and just all this stuff. And she didn't ever say, hey, wait, I know an immigrant because
Mhm.
I'm like the only immigrant they know. You know what I mean? Everything else is
And
just
yet somehow
conjuncture.
there's nothing but illegal immigrants in this country everywhere. And
You know
so,
what I
yeah, but
mean?
yeah, you're the
Yeah.
only immigrant that a whole lot of people know.
You see, but they like to use us immigrants. Like, there's a guy here who is Mexican that owned a restaurant for a while, and he just got
Mhm.
his citizenship.
Yeah.
He's on the front page of the paper, and everybody says, see, we love us some immigrants. You know what I mean?
As long as they're cooking us food, right?
You know what I mean? Or doing a jig, or
Mhm.
something like that.
As long as you're entertaining me, then
That's
it's
why they
okay.
keep asking me to come cook for them. No, I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Thought immigrants made good food. We got to get him to
You
cook.
know what I mean? While you're at it, could you scrub my toilet too? You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
But and I thought about that for a while, and and I was like, wow, and I didn't get angry, and the thing that sort of perturbed me to a little bit is not what they said, because I have a thick skin. I've been called all kinds of stuff, in my lifetime,
Mhm.
But what angered me, well, I won't say angered me, kind of irritated me a little bit, is the fact that I live in West Virginia. They're poor.
Yes.
I was just walking up to this to up here, to the studio up here, and there's a woman living on the stairs.
Mm.
All her stuff is there. I ain't never seen that in my country.
Mm.
Because if somebody's homeless, we take them in. When I was growing up, do you know how many people my mom took in? Porridge, baby lips. I could name them. I don't know the names, of course.
Yeah. So you remembering names? Come on now. Although I gotta say, you remember a whole lot of names from way back, people that you haven't seen in 30 some odd years, and somebody you just met yesterday. What the heck was their name again?
I know that kid there in the yellow shirt. What's his name?
Spencer.
I said, I think I met you before. He said, yeah, I came in there and talked to you in Scotland. But
That's folks. He called me Slick for the longest time because he couldn't remember my name. Because the first several times he saw me was on Saturdays when I was about to work a basketball game, so I was dressed a little nicer. And then after you finally learned my name, one day you go, "Where'd you get that nickname, Slick?" Anyway, and I was like, "You gave it to me." So that's kind of a little background there on this man over here with name recognition and all that. But But yet, names from back home, he'll just rattle them off. It's like, man, when was the last time you talked to them?
Names like Baby Lips and Smackaroot.
Yeah. maybe that's it. We don't have goofy enough names for you or something. Maybe that's it.
I wonder if like people whose second language is
Scott's
English.
too easy for you to remember, so it just kind of out, in one ear and out the other. But I guess if my name was Smackarooti or whatever, you'd remember that right off the bat.
Or Ancient or Modern Monkey.
Yeah.
That's a story for another time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what perturbed me about it is, and what I put on Facebook is like, listen here, okay? You're looking down on people from the third world. You live in West Virginia where most people are poor. Like poor, dude. I've been here for since 1988 off and on. Poor. Have nothing. But you're looking down on other people who are poor and have nothing.
Yeah.
And acting like if you're better than them. And I said, the only difference between y'all and us is y'all get EBT cards. Your government give you stuff. You know what I mean? We have to learn how to take care of each other. I rather the part about learning to take care of each other, because I hate to say it, but I see how you all treat each other here.
Yeah.
I mean, a poor man can't get nothing. No, they'll kiss a rich man's butt.
Oh yeah.
But
they'll get free stuff.
Oh
yeah.
But if another poor man is trying to make it, no, they trample. They absolutely trample, and I see it every day. You know what I mean? Or they backstab each other and all that. I'm not saying there's not good people. I know a lot of good people here. And that's one reason why it's not such a bad thing me staying here. Even though I'm trying to leave, but there's a lot of good people here. I work with quite a few of them. And I've worked with quite a few of them in the past. Really good people. So don't think I'm bashing everybody. But the point is, unfortunately, because we live in such a negative atmosphere, because of the politics, and it's not because of Trump, it's not because of the Democrats, it's just politics in general.
I feel like politics have been negative since I was a kid, man.
I mean,
now I'm sure it's been negative since before that.
Yeah.
But I really just kind of
amplified.
I remember, I guess maybe when I started to semi-pay attention, obviously I noticed it being a lot of negative under Clinton, but it feels like it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And maybe that's because I've noticed more. I don't know. But
it started on the Reagan to a certain degree, but then it got really bad on the Clinton because of the soiled dress and all of that. And people start talking about that kind of stuff a lot. And then it turned into bash him. Because, I mean, even when Reagan ran and I paid attention to it, I didn't see a whole lot of it. There was, I guess, but it wasn't as magnified as it is now. You have to destroy the next person in order to and that's the thing. It's filtered down into society. So now when people are talking on Facebook or on Twitter to each other, they have to destroy the next person. It's not like and they always say it's good debating. No, you're not debating, you're arguing to destroy. If you debate,
debating is not belittling.
Yeah. You give your point, I give my point, we try to find a solution. There's no solution. I'm right, you're wrong, you're a libtard, you're a stupid conservative, you're an idiot, you know what I mean? That's why I'm down the middle.
And a whole lot of other words we're not going to say on here.
Yeah, that's why I'm down the middle. So, and that's the thing we talk about here on this show a lot, is poor people need to get together. No matter what color they are, no matter what nationality they are, instead of running each other down. One poor man says, I want $15 an hour. Another poor man says, well, that's unfair, because now we all going to be making the same. That's his excuse, and I'm looking at this dude. So you rather your fellow countrymen suffer, so they don't make as much as you do. But, he loved the rich. Dude loves the rich, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, you don't have to be smart to be rich. I could have kept playing college basketball, going to the pro and get rich. That don't take no smarts. Because if you look at ball players, and we know we watch the 30 for 30, a lot of them go bankrupt.
Oh, big time.
Most of them probably go bankrupt.
A lot of them do, and even just from thinking that they're letting their money be handled by people that they think are smarter than them.
Yeah. You understand what I mean? So you don't have to be smart to be rich. You just have to know how to keep your money and how to exploit other people to make more money.
Look, one person that I know a lot of people probably think of as just the typical dumb jock, Rob Gronkowski. He has only lived off of his endorsement deals.
Yeah.
He hasn't spent a penny, apparently, of his actual NFL contract,
Yeah.
which is millions of dollars a year. So when he's done, he's got all that dough.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and
he
now,
probably doesn't have family fleecing him neither.
well, he's also got, I think, at least one other brother who spent some time in the NFL. Now, granted, none of them have played as long as he has,
Yeah.
or at least as successfully as
Yeah.
he has to get the kind of deals that he has gotten. But, I mean, I look. We also know that not every athlete will get all the endorsement deals that Rob
Yeah.
Gronkowski's gotten. However, I can probably just about guarantee that he's probably making more money from the Patriots than he is from some of these endorsement
Yeah.
deals. So, so for somebody who's supposed to be not as smart,
Yeah.
as you're saying, he's
Yeah.
looking at it going, I want to make sure I've got some of this when I
Yeah.
get done.
Yeah.
I don't know how long this is going to last.
Yeah.
Hey, people are paying me to do this. People are paying me to advertise this. They're paying me to talk about this. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll live off of these paychecks because I can also guarantee that he's probably getting a lot more money than what some of the rest of us are,
Yeah.
who probably even are still living pretty well.
Yeah, and the whole thing about poor people kind of fighting down poor people, I don't understand that. I do not understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, I see some serious hatred going on. You know what I mean? And it's kind of
I-
like
I-
it's
I-
kind
I
of like if you're at the
wonder-
bottom, and I think it's mainly here because it's such a prevalent mentality. Like we doing what we doing.
Yeah.
Look how long it's taken us to get to a certain point here. That
Yeah.
if we were somewhere else, somebody would go, "Whoa, these guys are good."
Yeah.
And we are not tooting no one on. We've been doing this for a long time. So yeah, we
That-
good.
yeah, it's just well, like for me calling softball games, whenever somebody says, man, you are so good, and it's like, how many years I've been doing this? I hope I'm good by now.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had been calling games this long, and people are going, man, he's terrible.
Yeah.
Somebody should really tell him to quit. There's something wrong.
Exactly.
But and so, yeah, when they keep saying, it's like, oh man, you are so good at doing this. I'm like, well, I've been doing this for a long time, so
Yeah.
yes, I hope I'm good by now.
And it's like if you live in an area where there's a bunch of poor people, they'll appreciate you, but they're not going to push you or help you step up. They're going to step on you a little bit. Maybe but
They're-
and the lower the
yeah.
pay grade, the worse it gets.
Yeah, I don't know if it's jealousy, because what's the one saying? Misery likes company.
Yeah.
So
I think
it's long
more
as
like that.
so
than
it's long
jealousy.
as I'm miserable,
Yeah.
then you better be miserable, and you better be miserable, and you better be
Yeah.
miserable. I don't want to see any of you all smiling and happy while I'm
Yeah.
miserable.
Yeah.
And you just got a raise? Well, you know what? Screw you.
Yeah.
And I
It's like with me and you. When something happened to you, I'm like, yeah, dude, go for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. You know what I mean? And if something good happened to somebody, I'm excited for them.
I was hoping
But,
you
you
were going to
know-
get the book deal that
Yeah.
you were trying so hard there for a while. You
Yeah.
know.
You know, and-
Especially when you keep seeing idiots getting
Yeah. Dennis
six-figure
Rodman.
book deals. Yeah, I did something stupid, so go pay me
Yeah.
six figures,
You know what I
and
mean?
I'll describe my life to somebody who can write it down for me.
Yeah, and on later episodes, I'll tell you about my book from stories
Mhm.
and stuff.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
books, actually, there's
Yeah.
3 of them. You know what I mean? I haven't written as much as I had, but and a lot of people are good. And this is a general statement. I'm not bashing West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
This is a general statement. A lot of people are good at going, yeah, but they really don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
That's
yeah.
got to change. We got to start looking out for each other, because you know what? And this is how it should be. When somebody do good and they move on, and you treat them good, it's not like they're going to walk away and not pay attention to you. I'll give you some examples, and we're going to go with some immigrant athletes. They
Okay.
give money like crazy home. And I actually saw them complain about that. Why are they giving all that money at home? Well, why don't your people who make it good hook you
Well,
up?
you know what's funny though is a whole lot of athletes do
Yeah.
who are from here. I
Yeah.
mean, you heard about things like after Hurricane Katrina. Peyton Manning and Steve McNair paying to load semi-trailers
Yeah.
full of supplies and
Yeah.
send it down there. And so I mean, there are athletes who
That
do good.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, maybe if it with Americans, it's like, hey, you're making that money here. What the
Yeah.
heck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
This is going to sound kind of foolish, but hey, I bought your jersey, So I'm helping pay part of your salary. You should be giving that money here.
Exactly.
You know, but
Exactly.
and you know what? And some of them do.
Yeah.
Some of them do still have good works here, but they also
have them people to take
but they
care of.
also go, I remember where I came from.
Exactly.
Which is another thing that Americans like to do when somebody came from poor neighborhoods. Hey, don't forget where you came from, you know, type of deal. Well, these people aren't remembering that they grew up playing baseball with nothing down in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
You know, and no matter what people want to say about Sammy Sosa, I want to say I'm pretty sure he's given so much attention back down there.
Yeah, he pulled up Michael Jackson.
became a rich white man, and
dude, I am sorry. You were way better looking as a black man.
Oh my gosh! when I finally saw a picture of him, because I didn't know that, and somebody said something, I looked at him, I was like, "Whoa!"
I know, that was scary.
I jumped. I was like, that made me jump more than horror movies do.
I mean, but because he looks like a white dude, but he kept his black nose and lips. I mean, at least Michael Jackson did some work on that stuff.
Sammy, you did it wrong.
Know what I mean? Hey, you are looking like a white man with black features. I mean, come on, dude.
So he did whiteface.
Aren't you offended?
No, because I have a sense of humor. No, I'm just kidding. No, but
you know,
and
the immigrant thing is like you're poor. And like I said on Facebook, look in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
What you should be doing is like siding with them and saying, well, they're looking for what I'm looking for. And they're not taking anything from you.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because most people I know who are saying that they're not doing anything to get anything. They're not, but they're complaining all the time.
Yeah.
But they're not doing anything to get anything. Why do you think a lot of the times they go hire illegal immigrants? Because they bust their tail to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They bust their tail to work. And you wouldn't go pick that stuff, you know. How many brothers going to go pick cotton?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go, oh, I ain't no old-time slave.
Yeah.
But a Mexican or somebody from South America would go pick the cotton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now who's going to go pick the grapes? Well, I ain't no tropical boy picking grapes, oranges on a plantation.
Mm-hmm.
So they hire the illegal immigrants to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right, but that's what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And instead of going, well, yeah, you know, they're making a living, they're sending home to their family. That's what I want to do. How can I do that? Maybe I should go get that job and do that for my family, or something to that effect. Instead of going, oh no, you know what I mean?
Well, I saw something earlier that I guess Tim Tebow had said during a press conference talking about baseball. And he made a good point. This is kind of going in the direction where you're going with some of this is, you know, and obviously from a sports angle, he said a lot of the people who tell you that you can't, you shouldn't, you wouldn't, you won't, things like that are people who never could, who never did, who never won't, you know, wouldn't, won't, you know, things like that. And that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, like what you're saying there, you know, it's, well, I'm never going to do that, but I'm going to rip you for doing it. Well, you know, and at least from a sports angle, that's true. A whole lot of these sports talking heads people who obviously are ones who never made it in any kind of an athlete anything. You know, they're hoping they can still hang on in slow pitch or something like that. You know, or at the rec center, oh, hey, I actually hit 2 threes last night. I'm feeling like Steph Curry. He hit 2 in a row. Anyway, but, you know, so they have no athletic abilities, prowess, whatever, but yet they'll sit there and, well, I've got the know-how to say, well, you're terrible. You shouldn't be doing that. You know, you can't make it at that. They should never draft this guy. He's never going to make it. You know, oh, you shouldn't sign it. He's worthless. He's terrible. I'm like, well,
big up the dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's big him up.
It's okay. It's one thing to give a little analysis to say, you know, hey, they need to improve on this. They need to improve on that. Because there are a lot of people who, okay, for sports angle again, some of the best coaches are ones who weren't that good at playing, but they knew the game. And so that's, and that's also where you get some analysts later. It's like, well, I coach, now I'm an analyst, you know, things like that. So it's one thing when you can sit there and say, okay, they need to improve on this, need to improve on that, you know, but it's another when you've got somebody that you know nothing athletic and they just go, they're garbage. They are garbage. And I know that's what he's talking about because like we've said before on our show, when somebody's doing something good, we have to find a way to tear them down.
Yeah.
And so Tim Tebow's doing all these great things. And even when he was at Florida and he's winning games and national championships and the Heisman Trophy and all this stuff, and he's doing all these great things off the field, what can we do? What can we do? He's the worst quarterback I have ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now that he's trying to play baseball, and he really wants to play baseball because he actually was given an opportunity to play in that new football league, the American Football,
That's
the
a
American
good league,
Alliance.
man.
I haven't been able to watch anything
man,
yet.
They're playing some ball there.
I haven't been able to watch anything
I'm not
yet.
a football fan, but I've been watching the highlights.
I haven't been able to watch anything yet because I'm so much of my life right now is softball, which I'm not complaining about. But he was given an opportunity to play in that, and he said, no, I want to play baseball. But yet people are just, he's a terrible baseball player. He's this, he's that, he's garbage, he's awful. It's like, man, let him have his opportunity to succeed or fail.
Yeah. And is he having fun?
Seems to me like
That's
he is.
That's the question there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people always come up to me and say, oh, man, you missed your calling. You should be in the NBA. Would I have had fun playing in the NBA? That's the question.
Yeah.
I guess I'm from a different culture. I'd rather be poor and happy than rich and miserable.
Well,
people think money can buy stuff, but
you and I talked on that last bit with the relationship stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather be alone and happy than with somebody and miserable.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to go grab a job just because that looks great, but I'm probably pretty sure I'm going to be miserable even though I'm going to be making more money because, here's an example even from me. All right, I came to school to get into broadcasting, trying to call games, trying to be play-by-play. Now you and I are doing this radio show, you know what I mean? So, but I'm obviously not, I don't know if you want to say not making it because I'm not doing this, full-time or something like that. I'm not getting paid to call games. I'm not getting paid to do, whatever. And so I had a job for a little while working at a bank, and I hated it.
Yeah.
I was miserable. And my manager kept coming over to me and saying, hey, have you ever thought about a career in banking? And I'd tell him, no, I haven't. I don't understand why. You could make so much money doing this. I'm like, but, dude, I'm miserable.
Yeah.
I don't like this job.
Yeah.
I don't wake up every morning and go, I get to go to work. But yet, this last road trip with softball, even though, Thursday night, I'm trying to put together this video because Coach Smith wants to have kind of this little, hype video. She picks a song each week, and then I grab highlights from the previous week, and I put them with that. And so then they watch that on the bus right before getting off. Well, I was having so many problems with the stinking video program that I ended up not getting to go to bed essentially Thursday night, which was really now Friday morning, till 3:15 a.m., and the alarm went off at 6. Now, granted, yes, my first reaction when the alarm went off was one of, because I just got less than 3 hours of sleep, but the other thought was, man, I get to call 2 games today.
Yeah.
And now, granted, my actual paying job is to be the SID, not to call the games, but still I was like, man, I get to go call games today.
Yeah.
I get to go call a couple softball games. Man, when I had the job at the bank, I'm waking up and going,
I know. And when I had the telemarketing job, same thing. You know, I was making good money.
Yeah.
But then I get up and I go, oh man, I gotta go talk to people.
Yeah. Now, granted, I was just a teller, so I wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, compared to obviously some other jobs, people would say I was making good money. I was making a little bit less than what I'm making now as an SID, but But it was one still, okay, yes, I can move on and be the head teller, and then I could be a personal banker, and then I could be a loan officer. I could do all these things. I could move up the ladder. I could be making a whole lot of money. But I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it. I didn't, I really didn't. And he couldn't understand it because he was enjoying it, which I'll understand to a degree.
Yeah.
If he was enjoying what he was doing,
do it.
Yes, exactly. But at the same time, please understand why I'm not happy with this.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, man, Spencer, not the Spencer you were talking about earlier. I said, man, Spencer, I went to school to be a broadcaster. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a bank teller. I don't want to be a bank manager. I don't want to. This is not for me.
Yeah.
This is not what I want to do.
I went to nursing school, got an LPN degree. I
Yeah.
ain't doing that now. That was my mom. Like, you could make good money doing it. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I really don't want to give an old man a bath. You understand what I'm saying? It was geriatrics was the main focus of it. I really don't want to give an old dude a bath. I mean, it's just not, and it's not like it's nasty, blah blah blah. It's just like, that's not. I rather fix the mind. Like, I like doing this right here, talking to you guys, and somehow telling you guys, be happy, enjoy life. You know what I mean? Love the people who are around you. Extend that love to everybody around you. Stop with the hate. You listen to we play reggae music on our actual radio show.
Yeah.
And one of the songs says, "Mama was poor, Daddy was poor, and he ain't got no money for sure, but we got love."
Mm-hmm.
People can look like really, they don't get that concept.
Yeah.
And you can't make love without money.
Well, and
That's
then
actually a song.
oh wow, but then how many times will you hear somebody say, "Man, money doesn't make you happy"?
Yeah.
And even you'll hear a lot of people who have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Will say, "Man, money doesn't make you happy."
If money
And
fixes
obvious- and-
everything,
yeah.
money would have fixed R. Kelly. Money would have fixed Michael Jackson's lack of self-esteem.
Yeah.
Money would have fixed a lot of guys who go up to women, like a lot of these rich people go up to women and grabbing women. They would have respect, and money would fix them.
Yes, exactly.
But
yeah.
if they were poor, they'd still be doing the same thing. So obviously the money didn't fix them.
Mm-hmm.
So money doesn't fix everything. We fix ourselves.